Hi, I'm Lauren Teresa, former trauma therapist, single mom, entrepreneur. I am a real estate investor and a minimalist and frugal mom. I have been a shopaholic my whole life. I have been marketed to and fallen for all of it. I have been a people pleaser and I've cared so deeply about what other people have thought about me. Now I'm here on YouTube trying to help other people claim their life back. Minimalism is the beginning, but I like talking about the mental shifts that happen and the ups and downs of becoming a minimalist, becoming frugal, and going all in on all this stuff. And you can go down it. And I do every day. I love all of the walk and talk YouTube videos on people who are not spending money anymore. They're getting out of the rat race, quitting their jobs or quiet quitting, maybe a little disillusioned with the economy and where we're at right now. I have been watching a lot of people who are recovering shopping addicts like myself, and I love hearing that I am not alone. In 2008, I read the book Your Money or Your Life by Vicki Robin and Joe Dominguez. And I read the 20th reprinting anniversary recently. Money Mustache wrote the intro to. Highly recommend that blog if you are interested in all things frugal. For me, what has happened is over the years, I have gone back and forth from extreme minimalism to having as little as possible back when I was in graduate school and living in a studio apartment to now or previous to now having a big house and, bought several new cars, which I wouldn't recommend, being a multi whatever and having all of the things, spending gobs of money on trips, retreats, just not really understanding my finances, which is crazy. The thing about minimalism and all of this information is if you don't constantly practice it, if you don't develop consciousness around your spending, this world is full of ads. I feel like these days it's one big ad. Somebody is selling something, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, anywhere, even regular TV, you're just being marketed to. Some of them are extremely subtle. For me, one of the biggest traps is I love interior design, HGTV, and all this stuff. And it made me want to go out to Home Depot and buy a bunch of stuff, update my space, decorate. I mean, good Lord, a home goods section really likes to see me coming, honestly. So, what I have done, and the bargaining is one of the steps on the grief, depression, anger, bargaining, acceptance. Anyway, I want to talk about some of the phases that happen and things that you go through because I'm re-experiencing these once I'm getting back to a no buy, low buy year here in 2026, getting off the dopamine track of shopping all the time. So you're going to check your bank balances early on. You're going to get on the budgeting train. You're going to be like, okay, what's really going out and what's really coming in and what am I spending my money on? And then you're going to promise yourself that you're not going to do that anymore. And you're going to be like, that's it. I'm done. I'm never doing this again. My eyes are open and I'm never doing it. And then you are going to sit there in silence and not know what to do with yourself. I sat there and I was like, okay, if we're not constantly thinking about going to Target or going to the grocery store or going to the thrift store, even, or going anywhere or scrolling on Amazon or even scrolling on social media becomes a little problematic when you start looking at your budget. You're going to start to maybe think, what am I going to do with my time? Who am I? What are my real hobbies? And now I don't want to spend money on all the crafts, which is a big problem for me. I actually just bought a flower press and a laminator. It doesn't feel great right now. I do want to believe I'm the kind of crafty person, but I am not buying any more crafts until I actually use the ones that I have. I have a paint by numbers kit. I have a crochet kit. I have a loom, which I do know how to weave. And I have this new flower press kit and soap making kit right next to me. It's all there for me. The struggle is real. I justified these purchases thinking to myself, well, I really want to craft more with the kids. And if I'm going to be spending money, then I should at least get something productive out of it. I don't think anybody really wants my crafts. I don't even know if I want my crafts. I enjoy making YouTube videos. I enjoy getting outside. I like running and sports. I think I could like crafts. I love being at home. I like having a clean and neat space. You will add to cart on Amazon and wonder, do I need this? The question, do I really need this, is going to start coming up for you all the time on your minimalism journey, not just in the things that you want to buy, but in the things that you've already bought. It is going to be a bit of a pressure cooker because I have messed up in the beginning and bought things just like I talked about with the crafts, and then thought to myself after the fact, I did not really need that. Now, my toaster broke and I just replaced it at thrift store. I found a toaster for $8. I really wanted to pay 6 for it. And I found out that Mondays is 25% off. I could have waited for Monday and gone back, but I was already there. It wasn't going to be worth it to go back on Monday. So I went ahead and paid the $8 for the toaster. Hopefully it works great. We eat a lot of bagels. I also make my own bread. I like to make my own toast. You're also going to wonder what to do with your time. I talked about that. You know, the hobbies that are free, like the library, like reading again. Who reads a book anymore? We need to get off social media. Long form content's okay, especially when you're first getting started on detoxing from all of the marketing in your life and realizing that, you know, when you were a kid, all you needed was a stick and some friends to have a good time and maybe a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You're going to question your social media usage. I know I do all the time. I still watch some short form content a little in the morning and a little in the evening, really trying to not do midday checks. I do make content every time I open, if I open at midday, but I'm still not sure about how I feel on short form content. How do we feel about it? Okay, moving on. You will go outside again. You're going to be in the beginning of your minimalism journey, and now you are going outside because you will be inside and you'll be decluttering, you'll be cleaning, and you'll be questioning, and there will be anxiety, and you won't know what to do. You're going to want to shop while you're sitting on the couch, and you're like, you know what? I just need to get out of here. Get out of there as soon as you can. I heard the story of a guy who started walking 10 miles a day when he went on his minimalism journey, quit his gym membership, got a few home weights, and just became super fit and still hikes anywhere from 10 or more miles a day. He said he's never been happier. It's a joyful experience. Please get outside when you start your minimalism journey and your frugal journey. There's a whole world out there. You are going to look at your things differently. I did mention this earlier when I was talking about making purchases, but you're really going to start looking at all of your things and second guessing. How long do I want to let this thing take up mental space, physical space, and maybe emotional space, depending on what it is. And then cleaning time. You will spend time cleaning every single thing in your home at some point. All the little sticky hooks I have in my rental apartment, because I use sticky hooks because I don't want to have to fill them in later when I move out. I still have to go in and pull those all off the wall. I don't know that having art on the wall is even worth it. Honestly, I don't like cleaning. I should have a lot less stuff. I think about this all the time. You will probably think about it too. So I say all that, little doom and gloom at the beginning to end with some hope, is that you are becoming a creator again. You are going to start making things. You are going to want to start making things. You are going to start thinking about what really brings you joy, and you're going to start moving towards that. And you're going to say, okay, if I couldn't spend any money on anything non-essential for the rest of the year, what would I do with my time? And for me, it's starting a YouTube channel. I don't know what I'm doing. None of us really do in the beginning. I know I've got to fail a billion times. Maybe, okay, let's hopefully maybe like 1,000. But I'm going to be here and I want to grow and I want to get a community and I'd like to monetize on YouTube. I am monetized on TikTok, which I'm super grateful for. I make like $25 a month on TikTok. You will feel kid-like again. You will get back your sense of wonder and discovery. And I think this is probably my favorite part about minimalism and frugality is that not only have I questioned repeatedly if I actually want something or if I was told to want something, because the truth is I really don't want much. I want a slow life. I want flowers. I want fresh, warm baked bread. I want a simple life with people that I love. I like peace and quiet. They have been mowing the entire time I've been making this video. I'm going to have to put on a background noise canceller. But something I did look up today too was volunteering on a farm. I used to do this in college and it was my favorite time in my whole life. I loved being there, digging my hands in the dirt. We would have get-togethers with all the volunteers and make food that we had harvested from the farm. and we would sing and dance and play guitar and make bonfires and s'mores. It was like real community. We were earthing and we were happy. I was very happy. I'd really like to get back to that. A lot of what happens is we start to reassess the priorities in our life. I would rather save money than spend money on crap that I'm going to throw away or it's going to end up in the trash or landfill or Goodwill. And the crazy thing about thrift stores these days is all the cheap crap is ending up there too. It's really hard to find quality anything anymore. You know, that saying, buy nice or buy twice, is real, but also just making do with what I have, going without. It's also okay. Yeah, I'm going to channel some grandmother's energy here in 2026 for this no buy year. So thank you for joining me. Again, I'm Lauren Teresa. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe or consider doing it. I would really, really love to grow my following here. And if you have comments, please leave them below. Tell me what you're not buying in 2026. Mostly new clothing is out for me. I did just buy this hoodie at the thrift store. It's kind of cold in the wintertime in Hawaii here in the mornings. Nice to meet you. Follow along for more.